So Greg, tell me about what you do here at Mohawk.
I'm a professor of chemical engineering. I've been here about 17 years.
So how did you get the opportunity to teach in China?
Long story. The truth is it started out with a massage. I was looking into my benefit package and I started looking about sabbaticals. And my wife was all for taking a sabbatical and just getting out of the country for some time. So we wanted to do it sooner rather than later because of the age of my two younger children. So I went through the international office here because normally people do sabbaticals and they plan everything on their own. I didn't have that time because that can take years. So I talked to the international office here and we have partnerships between Mohawk Engineering and some Chinese universities. We also have some in India. And my wife and I liked the idea of going to China. So I talked to them, they're all in favor of it. Talked to the Chinese partners, they're in favor of it.
What area in China did you teach in?
I taught in a city called Wuhan. A lot of people haven't heard of it. The official census data for 2009 is 10 million people. There was only maybe 5,000 to 10,000 foreigners in the city of 12 million people. So we stood out like a sore thumb. People would stop and take pictures of us.
When a foreigner usually comes to a new country, they experience some sort of like culture shock. Did you experience a culture shock when you were teaching in China?
There was some culture shock because the examples I would use if I was teaching a course or teaching a topic here just don't culturally relate. You know, and even if you're just having a discussion with the students about, oh, well, you know, the government says to do that here, it's like, well, the hell with the government. I don't care what they say, I want to do this, you know. You can say something bad about Harper without any repercussions. There, you never know what the students can do. There's a lot of cultural things that were more you would see out in the country, but now they're in a city environment. Spitting was one. You'd be walking down the street and more than 2 minutes would not go by where you hear someone hawk up and spit. You would hear that and you turn around and there's 3 women walking behind you.
So overall, was your experience in China a good one?
It was really different. It was really good. I would do it again without hesitation. Yeah. I found out my wife and my daughter who were with me couldn't live in mainland China for an extended period again. I could, not for a year. It was very tough. Where we were, there was no heating. They were far enough south that they figured they didn't need any heating.
So what did you dislike about it? Because you're saying how there's certain part that was tough, i.e. the heating. Was there anything else that was particularly hard to get used to?
The pollution was unbelievable. Air quality here, if the air quality in Hamilton gets to 50, people get upset. The best day we had there in that city of Wuhan, the air quality was about 80 or 100. We had one day where it was over 500. It looked like a heavy fog and it was just pollution.
All right, now we're going to take us to the opposite side. What was your favorite memory over there?
My favorite memory in China was probably on the Great Wall. We went to the Great Wall. It was middle of the week, so there was no one there. Usually, if you look at tourist pictures from the Great Wall, there's thousands of people in the picture. We actually had to wait for someone to walk by to take a family photo. There's no one there. I've got pictures of the Great Wall where there's absolutely no one you can see in the picture, and the Great Wall just goes on for miles and miles. Just fantastic. That, or maybe going to Chengdu, which is a city in the southeast in Sichuan province. They have a zoo there, roughly the size of the Toronto Zoo. All it is pandas. Amazing pictures. You never get that close to pandas. We literally, in a couple hours, literally saw 50 to 70 pandas. They're just all over the place. If you go to the right person in the right office and you drop the equivalent of 200 American dollars on their desk, you get to be a panda ambassador. They put an operating gown on you and you actually get to go in and hold the baby panda. Oh, wow. And you take your picture.
And you did that?
No, I couldn't find the office. And there's one section of the zoo that was closed and I think that's where it was.
If you had the opportunity to go back, would you take it?
Yeah, I would have to watch how long I was there. I would love to be able to do some kind of teaching with D2L or eLearn, where I could do some of the teaching from here, some of it they can do at their own pace, and then I visit for a couple weeks at a time, do the face-to-face, the evaluation, you know, run tutorials, and then come home and then we do the next segment. I would love to do that.